I'm hooking up lines, 5/16 plastic lines to collect maple syrup. Instead of putting the bags out this year, I'm putting these lines up. It's November, middle of November, and November 22nd or something. But so far I got almost 500 feet strung out, and probably, hopefully I'll get 30 taps off of it, and it'll all come down to one location here. Last year I tried doing this. It was the first year I tried this. I had all the bags out, and the leaves were all off the maple trees, but I could tell the maples. I just couldn't tell if they were red maple or if they were sugar maple. So this summer I went around marking all the sugar maple trees when the leaves were on them. I put a blue H on them. The H stands for hard maple. So that's how I did that. Last year I had probably 50% the red maple and 50% the hard maple or the sugar maple. And so I was only getting like a 1% reading of sugar when I read the barometer. No. Yeah, barometer. I think that's what it's called. But anyhow, you can see how I have it hooked up now. And I put the yellow tape on it, caution tape, more for the deer, not to run into it, but I know they still will. And I use steel cable, electric. Actually, I use it for electric line. It's 12 gauge steel wire to string it. So hopefully this year, I've seen them do it, so it's all gravity flow. I got a good slope on this hill, so it should work pretty good, I think. So that's what I do. I run the line first, the metal line. It's 12 gauge steel line, galvanized line. I run that tape, then I'll run the 5/16 plastic line and wire it up. Just wrap a piece of wire around it. Seems like it should work. This is towards the end of the line, top of the line. You can see I got them teed there. And then I'll just tap into that tree and tap it on. And they give you these fittings. You can buy these fittings, splice them together. And also what's nice, keep the dirt out of line until you're ready. They give you, buy these little red caps, cap the line when it's cut until you're ready to tap it, which makes it very nice. This is the top. And then I'll have another line coming down from on the other side, a separate line down through. So I got it all hooked up. I figure I tap now. I know the trees will probably still back up before I spring. I'm not sure. Last year they didn't, so I don't know. But this year if they do, it ain't a big deal because I got at least 10 more trees. No, actually I got 20 more trees I can tap. Right now it's producing more than enough sap that I can boil off a day. It's producing over 10 gallons a day. Of course it's been nice and warm. If it's going to be like it was last year, I'll be ahead of the game again. But I wouldn't do it if I had an actual processor to do it. But anyhow, And it's hooked into a 55-gallon drum just with a hose bib on it. And this is actually the hose you're supposed to use for sap that they sell. I don't know if you can see it running. This is a warm day. It's in its 60s today. And it was warm last night, so I don't even think the sap's running today. Because we didn't have a cold night. No, I don't even think the sap's running. I didn't hear none trickling into the barrel. It's either not running or it's full. No, it's not. Yeah, it's not running. Because it just was too warm a night. I had weight on there so it wouldn't blow over what was, didn't have nothing in it. And it is running. You can just barely hear it. But I'm going to take it, since it's so warm, and try to get it on the stove so it don't spoil. I don't know how many days you get before it actually spoils, but I try to do that before that happens. You can tell when it's spoiled because it smells just like sour milk. Well water here. What I can do is just leave it running. It rinses the barrels out real nice and clean. I don't really worry about contaminant as far as anything poisonous, because I don't, I mean, you boil it on a stove for hours and hours, but I don't want nothing changing the flavor of it. That's the main reason I try to keep it as clean as possible, make sure there's nothing in it. Which I notice a lot of places, they don't even care if the leaves blow in it. Which to me, I don't know, it don't seem quite right. But they've been doing it a lot longer than I have. So I don't know. But I feel better with it as clean as I can possibly keep the sap. And I strain it out about 2 or 3 times before it actually goes into the boiler. Well, 2 times before it goes into the boiler. And a couple times before I put it in the bottles. So, and everybody seems to really enjoy it. Must be the right way of doing it.